And welcome back to our interview room here at the 2021 Air Force Reserve Big West Men's Basketball Championship presented by Hawaiian Islands. We're here with UC Irvine, 58-51 winners over 10th seeded Cal Poly. UCL advanced to the semifinals tomorrow to an opponent yet to be determined between Hawaii and UC Riverside. Here we have student athletes Brad Greene on the left here, head coach Russell Turner on the right. We'll begin with a statement from Coach about the game, and then we'll open it up for questions for Brad and then for Coach. Ask that everyone mutes their lines right now, and if you have a question, please use the hand-raising feature on Zoom or type in the chat box question and your affiliation. So, Coach, whenever you're ready.
Okay, thanks, and thanks for the media members who are on here for covering the game. We're pleased to win in a hard-fought game where I give Cal Poly a lot of credit for the way they played, especially after we took a big lead in the first half. I thought after that point they took the fight to us and gained confidence and gave us a lot of problems, both with the way they were playing on offense and on defense. I thought our defense carried the day, which is how we've won when we've not played well offensively. I was pleased with our ability to consistently make stops in big moments down the stretch. And then we're pleased to survive and advance. You know, I had only 3 guys on my team who've ever played in the Big West tournament before, and I think that now our whole group has a better feel for how hard it is to perform well and to win. We have respect for that, and we look forward to the opportunity to play again tomorrow.
We'll open it up for questions. Go ahead, Matthew.
Hey, Coach, you really came out tonight and dominated them early on both sides of the ball. When Cal Poly put that run together at the end of the first half, what was the message to you guys at halftime?
Well, I thought that we had gotten away from the things that we were most emphasizing coming into the game, and that sometimes is what happens when the game seems a little too easy, which is maybe the way our guys thought it went early, because we built such a lead. But I thought in that period where we built the lead, we just played at a really high level on both offense and defense. It's hard to sustain that, though. It's really hard to convince young players how necessary it is to sustain those habits. And so I thought we just dropped off a little bit. I thought Karoma hit 2 key threes when we were up 20. One of them was a bank, and you know that was lucky. But the next thing you know, they got 5 straight 3-point shots, I think. I mean, in an 18-to-something run, they had 15 points from the 3-point line, which is what we were most emphasizing taking away. I focused on those things, and then I focused on the primary message that I've given to this team about playing in March, and that's that you have to execute the fundamentals. You have to play together. You have to use your best guys to create edges for others, and you got to make shots and plays. We did enough of that today to win, and so I'm pleased about that, even though it was a rough go. We thought it might be that way with a young group in their first tournament game.
All right. One more for me.
Go ahead.
The stakes are so high in these games, you know, knowing it could be the last game of the season. Obviously, as Cal Poly made that run, you guys start to, everyone starts to kind of feel it in the arena. What did it mean for you guys, to collect yourselves and weather the storm and move on in?
Well, we've done that a lot this year with a group of guys that want badly to play well and want badly to win. I think that it's hard to win in college basketball when you're young. We've done a fair share of it, but it's especially hard to win when young players feel the pressure that you feel of this tournament. We haven't had the pressure of playing on the road under crowd pressure. We haven't faced the adversity normally that teams face. Today, most of that, all of it really came from the pressure that if we don't perform, if we don't make enough plays, our season's finished. The only way to learn how to deal with that is to go through it and deal with it and gain confidence from your performance. We did that tonight on defense, and we need to play better on offense in order to continue to advance.
All right, next question, Nick Wilson, the Tribune. Go right ahead.
Yeah, thanks, Coach. A couple questions. I'm down with the Wisco reporter, so just looking forward for Cal Poly. Obviously, they had a tough season. What do you see out of them for the future? And the guys sitting next to Greene, they continue to do a good job, especially for the end of the game. So one for you, Cal Poly speaks to, and one for Mr. Greene on the defensive effort today.
Brad, you want to answer that one first and just get effort today?
Yeah, I think that just comes from everyone on the team wanting to really come out and compete. As a team, we know that's one thing that we have to do every possession, whether or not shots go in. It's a point of emphasis in our practices is get back on defense. And I mean, if you can defend, team can't catch you. So I feel like everyone came in with that mindset, like we just got to keep it on and keep it going and survive and try to advance.
Now, Coach, about Cal Poly?
Yeah, I didn't understand your question. Can you ask it again? I'm sorry, my hearing's not great.
Yeah, speak a little more clearly. Cal Poly 1-15 conference record this year. They have specialists and coming tonight for the depth. What do you see out of this group? Obviously, being important.
Where do you see Cal Poly's direction next few years?
Well, that's going to be up to them. They remind me, I told John Smith earlier in the year, that their team reminds me of where we were in our second year. Because in our second year at Irvine, we were young, we were inexperienced, and we were learning how hard it is to find success. I think in that second year, we also won a first-round tournament game, which was really a critical thing for us. And the reason it was critical because it showed that we were fighting and believing at the end of the year, which is the same thing that Cal Poly showed in their win. It's hard. This is a tough business. To rise up and win in this business, you got to beat other guys who are getting paid to win. And I mean coaches, players know that if they want opportunities to be created for them, they have to also make plays to win. And so it's a tough business, and there's no shortcuts, there's no easy ways. They've got to figure out what they're doing that fits with that university and how they can win in this league, which is hard.
Our next question to Bob Kaiser. Go ahead, Bob.
A question for Brad. You're a team guy mostly, yet every game you come out and your line usually includes team rebounds, team baskets, a lot of blocks. Can you just talk about your own game and how you feel out there when you're one of the most consistent guys in the work?
Yeah, I feel like that just comes from every day at practice, every day with the coaches. This is my 5th year in the program, and so every year I've had a different role on the team, whether that was coming in and playing defense, coming in and just giving a quick breather, just always trying to do as much as I can in my minutes. Now as a 5th-year guy, with a lot of people who have never played in a Big West tournament, I feel like coming out I have to compete even more just so everyone else who comes off the bench is ready to compete when they get a chance, because this is a team sport. And I mean, I can do what I can when I'm out there, but as long as everyone else can come out and do everything that we need them to, I feel like we have a good shot at everything coming forward.
Can you talk about Brad's game in general?
Yeah, I was going to ask you if I could, because I'm not sure that Brad gets enough credit for the success that this young team has had. He is the Defensive Player of the Year, and he earned that, and that was on display tonight. I thought he was outstanding in the clutch. There was nothing available for them at the basket. He was credited for 5 blocks. I thought there was much more than that Brad contributed on the defensive end. But most critically for this team, Brad has set the tone as a leader. Brad is vocal with these guys. Brad's a believer in this program. Brad has an ability to demand things of his teammates that's unusual for kids nowadays, or young men like Brad is. It's unusual to be able to ask more from your teammates, but Brad does that, and he can do that because of the example that he sets, not just with his play, but with his character and his commitment. I think that's the total thing that makes what he's doing so special. Nothing about the stats, but his character and commitment combination with the play that he's putting on the floor, the way he's impacted winning for us, he's had a tremendous impact.
And our final question will go to Trent Rush.
Brad, we talked a moment ago about kind of the pressure in this game and how things can go on that front. For you, really, it seemed like you elevated in the second half. Was there anything that you felt differently about in the second half when it came to maybe trying to create opportunities for teammates or create opportunities for yourself when you guys were kind of down the stretch and really sputtering for some time after a tough finish in the first?
Yeah, I feel like I really had to pick up my game. In the first, I felt like as a team we came out really hot defensively, and shots were falling for us. But as we started to lose a little bit of that momentum, I felt like coming out of the second half, everyone needed to pick it up a little bit more. The best place I know how to do that is on defense. Whether or not I'm making shots, on the defensive end, I know I can make an impact. And I think that really leads to offense success for myself, but also for the team because that gets everyone energized and we're all ready to play. So I feel like just that whole defensive effort we can give on one end really translates to our offensive success, and I'm looking forward to the next game.
I appreciate that. One question for Russ. Now that you head into this game, a semifinal for a 9th consecutive season, taking on teams that you went 1-1 against in the regular season. I know you're going to be watching this game tonight. What are the next 24 hours like for you as you get ready for a semifinal matchup?
Well, we're gonna watch the game, and not as a team. I don't think we're gonna focus on our recovery and our energy rejuvenation, because I didn't think we had great energy overall as a team today. We're gonna need to have that throughout whatever the rest of our tournament experience is going to be. So that's going to be my primary message. We're going to try to learn, like we always do, from some of what we experienced tonight, because I thought we looked nervous and young, and I'm pointing that out. I mean, there's no time for that. If we're going to fail, we're going to fail with courage, and we're going to fail with our best effort. And there's nothing wrong with acknowledging the fact that it's hard to win. That's one of the things I said after the game. So we're going to do our recovery. We're going to do our video work like we always do. We've played the team that we play next twice. We've been successful against either team we play, and we've been beaten by either team we play. So that gives us some confidence, I think, that if we perform, we're going to have a chance to win. That's the best you can ask for this time of year. And let me add one more thing about Brad's free throw shooting, because tonight Brad went to the line late in the game under pressure in free throw situations, and he delivered. That's a sign of improvement, character, and ability to perform that I was really pleased to see.
Brad, do you want to end it about your free throw shooting?
I feel like it's one of those things where I'm trying to make an impact as best I can where I can. Last year, the tournament was taken away from us after a year where I sat out, so I'm just looking to make an impact in any minutes I can right now through the tournament.
All right, gentlemen, thank you very much, and good luck on Friday.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
All right, thanks.